What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, and in this video, I wanted to talk about if it's even possible to invest, let's say, a few $100s into the Iraqi dinar and possibly make hundreds of thousands of dollars from that investment. If you're new to my channel, I have been involved with the Iraqi dinar since 2011. So about 15 years I've been invested, and I wanted to kind of just share my thoughts on if this investment opportunity is even a legit possibility. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe if you're a dinar investor. I try to upload, two to three videos a week, depending on, the topic or based on the news. So if you're a dinar investor or know of someone who is also invested, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So sometimes I like to kind of just look at similar investments to, I guess the Iraqi dinar, or investments that have had the potential that the Iraqi dinar does. And I like to do some price comparisons, right? For example, I was asking ChatGPT if I would have put $100 into Bitcoin back in 2012, what would that investment be worth today? And, based on a price of about $5 or $50 per Bitcoin back then, and based on where it's trading today at around 65,000, my $100 investment in 2012 would be worth around $180,000. It's pretty wild right now. I asked the same thing of Ethereum. When Ethereum, first came out around 2015, I asked ChatGPT if I would have put $100 into Ethereum, assuming a price point of about $75, what would that be worth today? My Ethereum investment of $100 would have been worth around $250,000 today, okay? Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, cryptocurrency and actual physical currency are not even comparable. It's two different things. And I agree with you, right? I totally agree. It's two completely different type of investment vehicles. The purpose of this video is just to explain and show that it is very possible, if you are in the right investment, to turn a relatively small amount of money into a very, very large sum of money. The only thing I wanted to, really demonstrate with this video was belief, right? If you're in the right place at the right time, and if you were one of those Bitcoin people that truly believed in it back then when it first came out and you were sold, fast forward till today, you would probably be a multimillionaire, if not a billionaire. Right now, here's the thing with the Iraqi dinar that makes it very different from cryptocurrency. Most people who held on to Bitcoin, let's say they got in on the very early stages, they probably would have cashed out their Bitcoin at $10 a coin or $50 a coin or $100 a coin. Most investors would have never ridden Bitcoin to $1,000 a coin, let alone $10,000, let alone $100,000. Right? I mean, most people are going to take their profits and they're going to peace out, right? Same thing with Ethereum. Most people are not going to hold on, until Ethereum hit 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. I mean, I'm personally believing the same thing is going to happen with XRP. I'm also an investor in XRP. And really, my plan is to take my profits from the Iraqi dinar, not all of it, of course, but a percentage of my profits from the Iraqi dinar, and put a certain percentage into XRP and ride XRP, all the way up to, possibly $100 a coin, right? I mean, I think a 4-figure return or a 4-figure price point is within reason as well. People say I'm crazy for that, but the same people that call me crazy or call you crazy for believing the Iraqi dinar could possibly revalue at a 1-1 ratio, meaning one Iraqi dinar equals $1. Guess what? Those same people probably would have said investing in Bitcoin was crazy. I personally, I had a client, so I used to be a personal trainer before I started my current business, and one of my clients was a very, very successful Fortune 500 CEO. He had made hundreds of millions, if not billions. He took his company public. He was about 65 years old, and I was his personal trainer, so we became very good friends. We would talk about business, about politics, and I remember this is probably back in 2013, 2014, and we were talking about Bitcoin, and I would ask him what his opinion was, and he told me, he's like, it's a scam, like don't invest in it, don't even look at it, because, those people are going to pull the rug and you're going to be left holding the bag, right? So, obviously, this guy was a business tycoon, and he was a genius in my eyes, and I'm like, yeah, he's probably right. Well, guess what? Sometimes people are not right. Just because you have people that are maybe more successful than you, or maybe they seem like they're wiser, or maybe they seem like they're smarter. The truth is no one knows, right? No one knows for sure if the Iraqi dinar is going to revalue. We're all speculating, right? And we all probably have a lot of faith, and a lot of us have been led by God into this investment through, maybe other people. Maybe God has given you a personal revelation or led you into it. That's what happened to me. I had a dream about the Iraqi dinar, 15 years ago. And that's really what led me on this journey, 15 years later, still waiting for it to happen. But I truly believe that we're close to the end of this ride now. But again, listen, it always seems crazy until it happens, right? Like all these investments seem crazy until it actually happens. Now, I think the biggest blessing with the Iraqi dinar is that it's not a cryptocurrency. So, unless they decide to float the currency, which I highly doubt they're going to do, I believe, and this is my opinion only, this is not financial advice. I personally believe that the Iraqi dinar is going to revalue probably around 1, meaning for every 1 Iraqi dinar, it's going to equal $1. Okay. And I think that's a big blessing because for a lot of you, if this was a cryptocurrency, right? If you were holding at a very low amount, the second it doubled or maybe 5x or 10x, most of you probably would have cashed out, right? So the blessing with the Iraqi dinar is that if it's going to revalue, which I believe it is, then you're all of the sudden going to be able to be in it for the profit. That's like if you bought Bitcoin at, $5, right? Maybe a year ago, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years ago. And then all of the sudden one morning you wake up and that $5 Bitcoin is now worth, let's say $50,000 a Bitcoin, right? It's like you wouldn't even have the opportunity to sell at 1,000 or 20,000 because now it went from $5 to $50,000, right? Again, this is a hypothetical example. It's the same thing with the Iraqi dinar. In a way, if you're invested in the Iraqi dinar, I think it's a blessing because you don't have the opportunity to exit or, ride the charts up and down like you do, or like you would have a cryptocurrency where most people are going to cash out. Like I personally believe XRP is going to go a lot higher. I believe it's going to go to 5, 10, 50s, possibly $100. And I'm believing and hoping, that it's going to hit $1,000 one day and maybe even go higher from there. I believe it has the potential to be the next Bitcoin. Again, that's my personal opinion, not financial advice, right? So for me, I'm a long-term holder in XRP. If XRP was to go to $10 tomorrow, guess what? I'm not selling, right? I'm holding. If it goes to $20, $50, right? I might sell a tiny bit and, maybe reinvest, but I'm a long-term holder in XRP. And again, it's been the same thing for the Iraqi dinar. I've been holding on to it now for 15 years with the hope and the belief that one morning I'm going to wake up and the value of those Iraqi dinar notes that I hold are going to be worth a lot more, right? So again, this video just serves as a few examples over time that, if you would have put just $100 into years ago, you could have had the potential today of being a millionaire, right? It can happen. It happens all the time. So don't let anyone call you crazy or think you've lost your mind because you're believing in essentially a windfall, return on your investment from a relatively small investment into the dinar. That's what we're all believing for. That's what we're all hoping for. I am not in this investment just for a 10x return. I can get a 10x return somewhere else, especially over the last 15 years, having my money tied up for this long. I could have gotten well over a 10x return. And I personally believe that the Iraqi dinar is going to revalue at a rate that is possibly higher than all of us think, right? So again, that's my opinion. Take it, do what you want with it. And just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. So I love y'all. Again, if you're a dinar investor, let me know below. I want to hear from you. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And until the next video, see you.